Okay, so you know we've had a million dunks this year, right? We've had SBs, we've had dunk lows, dunk highs, collabs, the list goes on. But interestingly enough, I think out of all of them, this colorway that we're taking a look at today, I think is going to be one of the most popular ones. So let's do it. Let's break them out. Let's take a look at today's pair of sneakers. And of course, that is the Nike Dunk Low Georgetown. So we got a red Nike box, we got the white Nike logos all over it, so take a quick look and of course take a look at that size tag before we pop them open, we break them out, and let me show you today's pair of sneakers, which is very clean and I believe is going to be a huge fan favorite, and of course that is the Nike Dunk Low Georgetown. Here we go. Look at that color blocking, the navy and the gray, the Georgetown colors that blessed the Jordan 3s and the 11s has now made its way to the Nike Dunk Low, and I gotta say, I actually really like it. So yes, I think these are a very clean colorway. Now, let's talk some specifics before we get too far into this. These dropped over here in the UK on September the 2nd. However, I believe are only going to get a release date on September the 30th for you guys out in the US. For us here in the UK, these are £95 at retail, and for you guys out in the US, they go for $100. Nothing changed in that respect. Again, not much has changed in a lot of different respects. It is still a Nike Dunk Low, and a lot of elements you are getting the same. However, again, this colorway I believe is going to be an extremely popular one. So currently the most popular Nike Dunk Low, or the most sold Nike Dunk Low on both platforms StockX and GOAT, is the Panda colorway. Now, I can't really check the metrics on GOAT, however on GOAT that Panda colorway has been in the top 20 trending for forever, it seems. Ever since they released, it seems like that shoe has occupied at least some space in that top 20 trending, and on StockX that colorway has done 60,000 sales on the men's one and 27,000 sales on the women's one. Now here steps in the Georgetown colorway, which is not just in and of itself a very clean colorway, but it also looks very similar to the Panda colorway. From afar you could almost mistake, you know, one for the other. The only reason you would really care about popularity is probably going to come with the resale value. Now, after these do release out in the US, I assume the price is going to drop similar to the way that the Pandas did when they first released, and over time they just keep going up and up and up because the demand for this one, and of course the Panda one, is extremely high. I stated in one of my past videos that I chose the UNC Dunks over the Pandas. I had the Pandas, I let them go, and then I chose to buy the UNC ones, and I kind of regretted that decision. However, now getting this one in hand, I think I'm fine with this one. I think it looks super clean and definitely gives off that clean, simple vibe that the Pandas do as well. I really like the gray and the navy. It's a color combination that works super well together. I mean, I don't really need to explain that to you guys. You guys know from the Georgetown 3s or whatever Georgetown color combination that you have seen previously, and I think it goes super well on a Nike Dunk Low as well. The base layer, like I said, comes in a really nice light gray. Again, from afar could be mistaken for white. So of course you get that base layer on the toe box, the medial, the lateral, and a small portion portion towards the back of the sneaker. The dark navy comes in the leather overlays around the toe box, acting as the mud guard, the eye stays towards the back of the sneaker, and of course the Nike swoosh. You got the navy laces on this pair of shoes, no extra ones included in the box or anything. You got a regular kind of mesh or nylon tongue at the top. You've got, again, the same navy and gray tongue tag, which obviously has the Nike logo on the front. The sock liner is also navy, so again, it all kind of ties together for a really nice gray navy theme. You do have a white outsole, which I think pulls everything together really nicely, keeps it clean, keeps it fresh. The materials you get on here obviously haven't changed. They still are the kind of plasticky feeling leather material that you find on any of these recent Nike Dunk Low GR releases. So yeah, that's kind of something to be expected. It's not the worst thing in the world when you consider the price tag. However, something that is a little bit annoying is the quality control, which I believe is something that they can at least try and pay a little bit more attention to. It just seems like a lot of these GR Dunk Lows have a lot of kind of scruffy loose ends when it comes to the stitching. Sometimes they come with a lot of glue stains. This pair isn't too bad in terms of glue stains. However, it does have a lot of kind of scruffy stitching that you can see around the different leather areas and specifically around those eye stays. There's just a lot of kind of raw edges which make it look a little bit cheap and a little bit messy. But other than that, the quality control is out of your control, so you're just gonna have to kind of settle with whatever you've got given. Obviously, if it is too bad, you could potentially send them back, but in my case, I'm not too mad at it. I think it's going to be fine over the long term anyway. Now, in terms of sizing for the Nike Dunk Low, I personally go true to size. However, I have heard some people say that they prefer going a half size down as they do run a little bit big. So I will say keep that in mind. You may potentially need to go a half size down. However, again, for me, I go true to size. That's what I'm going to recommend to you. And obviously, if you've tried on, I would say a Jordan 1 low, Jordan 1 high, roughly, you should be going the same size as that. Gray, navy goes with a lot. And I think this is definitely one of the better colorways when it comes to a regular GR Nike Dunk Low. So yeah, definitely one I think you guys out in the US should be looking out for. Try and get this for retail because I think you'll be pretty happy with it. And obviously, hopefully if you're here in the UK, you manage to get a pair on release day. But that pretty much wraps it up. I'm a fan of this. I do want to know your guys' thoughts. Let me know down in the comment section. What do you think of the Georgetown Nike Dunk Low? But thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then,